This movie was directed by a woman who directed a short film that was nominated for an Academy Award. Well,
Really?
watching that movie with that knowledge, here's what I can say about her. Somebody's brainwaves are waving bye-bye.
I don't know. I felt. Yeah, so we just saw the Bye Bye Man, and I want to point out, I thought it was bad, but I didn't think it was as bad as I thought it was going to be, at least. But it was still bad. Like, the only thing, I want to mention the things I did like about it first before we get into what really sucks about this movie. I actually did think it was shot well for the most part. It just, of course the scares are bad, but but for the most part, the movie was shot well, I felt. Like, I liked, like, especially, like, the guy and his best friend, the two main guys. There was a scene where there's a scene where they showed them as kids instead of them talking about it. Like, most of these bad horror movies would just have them go, "Hey, remember we were kids playing baseball at the park?" But they actually that was interesting. And there were some good shots. There was some, and the idea was okay. Like, the idea that he was messing with their heads, making them do stuff, was a good idea. It just wasn't executed very well.
Yeah, not at all.
So I think, like I said, like I said, because I know we're going to be tearing this movie apart. I just want to get through what I thought were positives.
We totally saw the Sayonara guy with the right audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've got a full list here of alternate titles.
Yeah.
So
but we can get to that. Let's get to that movie later.
Yeah. Okay. So.
But yeah, I just.
Yeah.
But there were things, but there were, like, little things I liked about it. But other than that, no, not very good.
Okay. Well, now that that's over with, so yeah, like early on where there's a door that closes on its own. Remember the people in front of us were like, "Yeah, woo!"
Yeah.
And then whenever something that tried to be scary but wasn't happened, there was a girl behind me. She was clearly having a great time too.
Yeah, she's laughing.
Like, every time something might try to be scary but it was dumb, she'd go, "What the?"
Yeah. She's laughing too.
Like 3 occasions.
She's laughing.
Yeah, it was good.
Laughing.
So.
Well, let's get to the alternate times maybe later. Let's try to give them what we.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So.
And also, the Bye Bye Man to himself wasn't that scary. Every time he shows up, I just think he's doing something else, like the part where he's like,
trying to be Uncle Sam.
Where he's like, we're sticking his one finger out. I thought he was going, "Can I have a glass of water?" And then there's another part where he charges. For some reason, my brain went to him going, "Hey, I'd like to tell you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ." I don't know why I thought he was saying that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But yeah, seriously though, why does he have a long coat like that in his room anyways?
Yeah.
And the Bye Bye Man's coat is awful. Like, it's just like this lame, like, it looks like one of those, like, a dude, like, college frat houses, those robes, and they're gonna paddle, like, for their initiations. It looks like that. It just made me think of that every time I saw it.
Why does the Gone Ghoul need a dog anyway?
Yeah, that dog was weird. It was like it ate their souls or something.
Maybe that's just his mission, to feed his pet.
Yeah.
Well,
my pet's hungry.
Yeah. And the thing looks awful too.
The CG is terrible.
Yeah. So right off the bat, the writing and acting are so awkward. Like the very first scene where we're being introduced to these people, like a John, like he comes up to Elliot, gives him a fist bump, turns around, like, looks out in the distance and goes, "Today is a good day." Right there, I was like, okay, stop the movie.
I don't know. I didn't notice that, but I didn't think the beginning was that bad. I just thought the rest, for me, it was the parts where I started to, like, where I just was, like, not enjoying myself, was when it was when it was supposed to be scary and it was supposed to get into, like, this.
Whenever the Toodaloo dude showed up.
Or just, whenever, not even because he's barely in it. It was mostly just them being scared of stuff, being paranoid.
Yeah.
It was just once the movie started to get into parts where it's supposed to be meaty and scary, I was like, I'm losing interest. Thanks a lot, movie.
And they would just.
But the beginning, I was okay.
At least they kind of explained why they were seeing things, unlike the other side of the door. You just see things whenever you start thinking about the Adios Amigo.
I mean, also, at least. Also, crap. Also,
oh shoot! Does Adios Amigo count as well?
Yeah,
the lights went out. So,
yeah, but still, but at the same, like, I don't know, just I'm trying to think. I had something to say about, but this movie is not very scary. It's just kind of, I'm still trying to remember what I was
not at all.
Say, but
what there's. what was up with this? This made me just blurt out "what" in the theater. Just some scene just randomly placed in the movie where just a wolf or something on the wall, like the wallpaper.
Wall,
Its head just turns.
Yeah, and then it turns into the dog, the Bye-Bye-Man's dog.
What was that?
Also, I will admit that this at least this ended on something like the Disappointments Room. Though I didn't like it, I didn't hate it as much as most people did. I still didn't. I felt the ending was stupid. Like it didn't. Like the Disappointments Room didn't lead to anything. It was just like, oh, is this house haunted? Oh, it might be haunted. Oh no, it's not. Oh wait, no, it is haunted. And then it just kind of end with, I guess it's haunted. Like they just at least it wasn't. Like it didn't end weird like the Disappointments Room did. At least when this ends, it's like the Bye-Bye Man was in it or whatever. But still,
no, you don't want to say that. Remember, you want to say the "see you later" somebody or something.
But yeah, just but yeah, I don't just even they had a lot of they had Carrie Ann Moss and she barely does anything. She's up as a cop and then she doesn't do much. Just man, it's just man, I can't wait for the next season of Jessica Jones. She'll have something to do.
Yeah. And early on in the movie, who takes a little girl to this party where teens are drinking, playing beer pong and whatnot?
Well, it didn't get that bad. It didn't get too out of control. I've seen teens in these.
Yeah, not too much movies. So, but
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure. Besides, her dad was around, and he probably felt he could watch her or something like that.
Yeah, and so she's just there just to walk up and let's get another false scare. Yeah. She looks inside one of those small closet things. What do they call it? The dumbwaiter or whatever.
No, they're not dumbwaiters because dumbwaiters are actually little tiny elevators, but if you put food in them or whatever and stuff, they're like mini doors. I don't know what they're supposed to lead to something. I'm not sure. Maybe the attic, but yeah, they have these two mini doors in their room. I don't know.
Yeah,
exactly
so she opens one, and then on the other side, as she's opening it, the dog belonging to the Bon Voyage Bloke comes out just for a second, goes back in as she closes the door.
I don't know, but. One thing I like that they picked Doug Jones to be the Bye-Bye Man because he's one of the only actors who will feel free to wear makeup and not be though this is the second horror movie that we've seen with him and you didn't like. He was in Ouija. He was the creepy demon thing that shoved its hand down her throat and the scientist dude.
All right.
You didn't like that movie very much either.
Yeah, this was worse.
Yeah.
Totally.
Definitely. Except I like Ouija, but
yeah, the thing is, though, here's what kept bothering me about this through the whole thing, and even before I saw it, the phrase in this movie everyone knows by now is "don't say it, don't think it, don't say it, don't think it."
Well, anyone who's ever heard of this movie, anyways,
and the thing is, just saying "don't think it" is which even in the movie, it seems to be only when they say it where crazy stuff happens. But still, just saying "don't think it," that makes you think about it. Yeah. And I especially like how he's telling her he's been making you sick. No, you're making her think about it. And then later, I guess he's trying to get it out of his head by playing some rock and roll music while he's driving, and he's playing the song "Bye Bye Happiness."
Well, it's called "Bye Bye Love," I think.
Okay, yeah, and really, playing a song with the words "bye bye" in it is gonna help it get out of your head.
Yeah, I think it was just a joke. I don't think. But yeah, so you said this. She said the director of this was nominated for Academy. A short film she did was nominated for Academy Award. What was it? A horror short?
I don't know. I just checked out her one credit.
Yeah, because if she did it. Because, like I said, I think there were I did think some of this film, not all of it, but some of it was shot well. So maybe just it was a bad idea to put her on a horror film. Maybe if they put her on something else, maybe she would have done a better job.
Yeah, but back to that scene. What kind of a joke is it? Just by the fact that he's playing something with "bye bye" in it?
Well, just I don't know, just get it? He thinks he's helping himself, but really he's playing something with "bye bye" in it or something, or just you'd notice or whatever. Or just,
yeah,
I don't know, it's some sort of nod, or it's not. I don't think it's meant that, but I don't know. Just but still, like I
Yeah.
said, this movie didn't make me as angry as I thought. Like this wasn't The Darkness. Like this wasn't how I felt about The Darkness. Then again, I was actually looking forward to The Darkness because I like the director,
Yeah.
but then it just turned out to be really bad and just really stupid. But I think it was just because I was going into this already thinking I was gonna hate it. But like I said, I don't like this movie at all. I still wouldn't recommend this to any horror fan or anything. I mean, I would only recommend it to the people because I'm pretty sure some of the audience did think this movie was scary. They looked, a lot of the people looked like they were jumping and they were getting like this horror movie is definitely made for most horror movie fans nowadays. Like they would think this is scary, definitely.
Yeah.
So if you're one of those horror fans nowadays who thinks jump scares is abundance of jump scares anyways is scary in the wrong jump scares in the wrong way anyways is scary, then you'll love this movie.
Oh boy.
So I found that I would still like, but still I would recommend this way over The Darkness.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'm just saying for me.
I mean, if you happen to see it with the kind of audience that we saw it with, maybe I'd recommend seeing the Ta for Now character. But...
Yeah, well, because the thing is, in The Darkness, nothing happened in The Darkness half the time. Half the darkness was just them having family issues and yapping. This one, at least, there was stuff happening. They were scared, and they were trying to move from the dang thing they were scared of. It wasn't just hey, you're sleeping with my girl. Let's talk about it for hours. And the bye man just sitting in their corner like, come on, guys, I'm trying to be scary here, and you're having family dilemmas.
Oh man.
And then the bye man just becomes their therapist. So they're just sitting on a couch, like, okay, so how does that make you feel? You think he likes your girlfriend? Make me feel. It's just like she's a couples therapist.
Yeah. But
that would be a better movie, actually.
Yeah, probably. But so we're given like we're given that this early in the movie, and it keeps cutting to the train for like no reason at all. But at the very beginning, there's a guy who. How did this start to begin with? How did the Cheerio chump start anyway?
I don't start. Well, I don't know.
I mean, how does anyone?
I mean, we should see Bye Man: Origin of Evil. There we go.
Yeah. I mean, if you have to think about it or say it, then how does anyone let loose the farewell average Joe?
Well, I don't know. Maybe there's probably a reason how it started. It's just they're not gonna. They just haven't talked about it in this one. I highly doubt there's going to be a sequel. I don't know how much money this thing is making because it's not. It's not even playing. It's not even playing any. Like we're in Everett right now. Like we live in He lives in Bellevue 11. I live.
Yeah.
You live in Bellevue,
I wanted to get a Regal because.
So you'd have to pay for it.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have to. You pay for it.
Yeah,
and I'm really glad I didn't have to pay for seeing the Take Care Joker.
I've had to pay for it though, but yeah, just. Like this theater, because we had to go to this theater just to see it. Like it's not even any, and not many theaters that are even close to us. I think what's the closest one? It's I think to us. I don't know.
Probably Woodinville.
Actually, I checked Woodinville. It's not there. Woodinville actually doesn't have much stuff. Actually, I was kind of like they're really like just they only have a couple movies, but yeah this. But still, I still don't think this is a movie you should go out of your way. Like, oh my god, it's playing in this far off theater. I should definitely waste my money on that. Like, it's not worth seeing unless, of course, like I said, you are one of those people who love the way horror movies are nowadays or whatever.
Yeah.
The only thing though, like this doesn't have the end boo at the end like a lot of horror movies nowadays have. I'm glad they didn't do that. They just kind of ended it with a kind of ambiguous note. But
yeah. So. Yeah, remember how this movie was originally supposed to come out in June?
Yeah, because
then it bumped back to December because I guess they wanted to switch the Peace Out specimen to a PG-13.
Yeah, they wanted to That's why, like,
Yeah.
I think that too. Maybe on DVD, maybe they'll do like an R-rated cut or whatever. Maybe that version's better. Maybe there's a better version of this movie out there. Because, like I said, I think the concept is interesting, and there is something you can do with this concept. It's just they don't. It's just the problem is that they just don't. I don't know if it's like studio involvement or what happened. Because, like I said, there were some visuals in there and stuff. It's just I think I don't know. Maybe it's studio involvement or something. I don't know. But yeah. This still just turned into another boo fest, especially false ones. There's a lot of false ones. I mean, not as much as The Darkness. Like, The Darkness relied on that way too much. Like, family dilemmas, and a sink will come up just so you'd be scared.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. Personally, I think January is right where this belongs.
Definitely. It's perfect. It's in its perfect wheelhouse.
Okay, so.
It's just like, if you... Heck, I would, like... Instead of watching this, I think a scarier time would be staying at home and watching Sinister 2. Yeah, and I said that. Yeah. I didn't like Sinister 2 that much. I mean, I liked it better than you guys did, but
yeah. So darn, I was hoping this was gonna be your first stuff.
No, I'm just like it's gonna be difficult. I haven't seen anything so far that's really driven me over the wall. Anything else you want to add, or besides how bonkers? The CG.
Probably just I'm just gonna have to give a big fat F to the "my brownies are burning, I gotta go" individual.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a D though. For me, like I think this could have been a lot. This could have been a lot better than it could have been. I think because the concept could have been interesting or whatever. Though I don't know. I'm just not that when it comes to F. I'm just not that easy to put something as F, like Stuckman or something, or everyone in general can be pretty easy just to go, I'm giving, just because I didn't like this movie, I give it an F.
Okay, so.
But I just give it a D.
Yeah. And I think that's it. I don't think we got any new trailers before this.
We did?
Sure. Yeah, we got Get Out, Cure for Wellness, The Circle, a bunch.
We were talking about The Circle. For some reason, I forgot we did talk about that one.
Yeah, okay. So, next week we got a January movie that's directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Split and Triple X.
Yeah, but actually, last time I checked, Split had a 78% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, well, Split's supposed to be... Yeah, so far Split has been pretty high. I know you didn't like his last film, The Visit.
Yeah, much. I didn't care for The Visit, but...
I quite like that one,
But could this really be his return? A lot
of people said The Visit was,
like his only other good movie?
I don't know, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, Unbreakable was okay, but...
I liked Unbreakable. I thought that's my favorite of his.
Yeah, we'll see. So it's Split, Triple X 3, and The Resurrection of Gavin Stone.
Though... supposedly, Vin Diesel's really trying to push that Triple X Return of Xander is going to be the next Fast and Furious franchise or whatever. I don't know. It's just like I didn't even like the first one, and I never even saw the second one.
Same here.
And I'm only curious about this one because I like Donnie Yen, and I want to see how Ruby Rose is outside of Orange is the New Black. I'm kind of curious to see how she'll do. Though I'm looking more... Though in terms of looking forward to her, the only movie I'm actually like... Even like... I know she's also going to be Resident Evil. I'm not looking forward to that. Her in that very much. She's probably going to... Because anyone who's not Mila Jovovich is going to be pretty much mostly useless. But definitely I'm looking forward to her, and she looks really... Look, she's really good in John Wick 2, though. But I'm curious about Return of Xander, and final chapter. I'm just like, since like, of course, it's just that's how the Resident Evil movies work. After the first one is just Alice is the only one who's actually useful, and the other characters are useless. That they only did that starting with Apocalypse. The first one they didn't do. The other characters were fine. They had some moments of competence, but then like after like once 2 happened, it's just like only Alice was the really competent one. Everyone does some stuff sometimes, but mostly they just get lucky to survive with Alice.
All right, so that it.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Don't see the Hostel of Vista, baby.
So is that all the names you got, or is there? Or is
That's all the names. So
did you say you said the sayonara sucker?
I said sayonara guy. So
What about the what was the other one? The
Toodaloo dude.
Toodaloo
yeah, I
dude.
said that. Were you listening?
I wasn't. Well, I wasn't paying.
Okay, well, don't think it. So.
Too late. Bye-bye, man. I can't stop.
Don't think about the bye-bye man. Don't think about the bye-bye man. Don't think about the bye-bye man. I mean, seriously, don't think about the bye-bye man.
Yeah, seriously. This movie doesn't even scare me that much, so that's not gonna that's not gonna bug me. I can say bye man all I want if it's a movie.
Yeah,
though it's based on a book.
it's just funny.
I'm kind of curious about the book. Like, is it the same? Is it about not the bye-bye man? Is it about like the dude?
Yeah, I'm wondering about that myself.
Is it the goodbye guy instead? Is his name the Killer Joe with the hoodie? The killer frat bro who's gonna paddle you to death. You know, the bye man should just been like a dude who just partied, who got lost in his house. Dude, I can't get out of your house.
Yeah. All right. I guess those are all the names we came up with, so that's it.
Because he's always pointing. It's scary. The point of death.
I want your screams.
Yeah, sure.